Hi Aquarius, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Aquarius, this is your love reading for the upcoming 2 weeks, though I won't be doing another love reading after those 2 weeks because then we're in the middle of Christmas and New Year's and I'll be taking some time off. So you can think of these, even though I set the date for the 13th of December until the 26th of December, you can think of it as like towards the end of the year. That's my intention for it, even though the date says differently. We've just passed an incredible, we had a full moon yesterday in Gemini, which is Tvillingarna in Swedish, and we had a 12-12-12 situation yesterday, which been really in alignment with everything. And then we also had a situation that we apparently haven't had in 500 years, where Venus, Saturn, and Pluto has come together in a bit of a trine situation. In the beginning of 2020, I believe it's just Pluto and Saturn being in conjunction with each other. That happens in Capricorn, which is Stenbocken. And so it's a lot of shifts going on, and I keep saying I don't know astronomy, I'm no astrologer, I'm not a numerologist. Just over the years I've collected things has become like when peacocks shows up, I know that's my soulmate connection. When unicorns shows up, that's also a soulmate connection for me. When I see the numbers 1111, that means something. 1212, that means something. Like I've gathered that information over the years. And so I might be speaking about something and you might have a different, like 1212 might mean something different to you. Then use that. Use what feels authentic to you. And like I said, I have no idea what it physically, maybe even biologically, practically means that these 3 planets are coming together like this. But when I feel into it, like on an intuitive level, it's more of I feel it's a tipping point. It's a tipping point and it's like a portal. It's like we had sort of a before and an after, a literal before and an after. And so that took place yesterday, because today when I'm recording it, it's the 13th. And you could just say the past decade, it's like you've wanted to clear out whatever is not you, if that makes sense. Karma is being done, cycles has come to an end. We're sort of rebooting, restarting, starting fresh, starting new from a completely new vantage point. And if you're drawn to this channel, you probably are more into the spiritual realm of everything and not shying away from anything that sounds a bit out there, but rather thinking that's the normal for you. And I feel like, yes, we've definitely stepped up to the next level after this 12-12-12 situation. And the full moon also speaks about manifestation. Like we're starting with the new moon that is about putting the seeds down in the ground. It's like, I wish for this, I want this, we're working towards this. And then come full moon, it's like, okay, now we have completed that cycle and we want to see a manifestation of what we started out with the new moon. And also if you narrow down 12-12-12, that becomes 3-3-3, which stands for joy and creativity and fun and work-wise, lots of good stuff. But also if you really are going to do this the correct way, I mean, the 12-12-12 is a situation, you can always find numbers, I feel. You can always find, oh my God, people want to write out it's a 5-12 day, because at some time on this planet, I think in America, the full moon actually happened 12-12, 12 minutes past 12. But just Australia, it didn't. And of course, that's of significance. Why does it happen 12-12-12-12-12 in the Americas, but only 12-12-12 in Australia, for instance? But so if we are really using numerology, it actually comes down to a 9. 12 adding together becomes 3, and then we have a 3-3-3, and that becomes a 9. And 9 is also ending cycles. It's also unconditional love. And that's what I'm reaching for here, because we have the Venus situation with the Pluto and Saturn, and Venus is all about like healing emotions, healing relationships, moving forward. It also is about abundance. Like we talk a lot about like financial abundance, money wise, but abundance can come in so many different ways. And I'm doing a love reading, and so that's what I'm focusing on, and that's what I'm drawing from today. So with that said, and if you listen to this a weekend after you didn't miss anything. You're on the good side of like coming after 12/12. So I feel like the tipping point has sort of, we have tipped the scale. We have moved through the portal, and you can use this so much. You can leave it be all together, and you can probably somewhat stand not even affected by it because you're in charge of your own energy. But most people sort of, to be honest, most people don't even recognize where they have their energy and what vibration they have active and why stuff happens in their life. They think it just happens. It does not. It's a pure echo of your own vibration. And it's just really nice when something this huge happens. I know if you start to read about things, what I picked up on was there's a lot of, it sounds like, oh, how to survive this shift and how not to be afraid of it and read this in order to survive. And I was like, no, that's not for me. That's not what I feel here at all. And so there's always going to be that side. So take whatever resonates with you, of course. Read into it if it's interesting to you. Let's see what specifically is going on here for you, Aquarius, for the upcoming 2 to 4 weeks. And then we have Rafa coming out. So it's really gorgeous about just what I was saying. Oh, goodness. So right off the bat, like if I just look at these 3 cards, the story is you're healing things, we're moving forward, and you're meeting a new person. That's like the story. Let's get into the... So here's Archangel Raphael comes out. Beautiful card. Take a look at that. And just, it talks about how you're healing emotions, healing, like it says it's a provider for mind, body, and spirit. I don't believe in healing the spirit. The spirit is untouchable. The spirit to me is like source. It's that's what's intact all along. That's why we even can feel negative emotion when we are sort of apart from source, when we don't feel the spirit. But the spirit never needs healing, in my opinion. Anyway, there's something growing inside of you. And I mean, for a woman, that really can be a baby. It can be that you are on a beautiful path right now where for some reason you need healing. And of course, just because you're pregnant doesn't stop you from, needing a little help, needing a little, and of course everything just gets so more heightened. It becomes really focused on everything you feel times 100 with hormones and hormones and stuff. It's like a lovely time. But it truly can be a really lovely time. Sorry if I'm a bit loud and then a bit quiet because I move in and out from the microphone. But yeah, this is for a fair few. But then for the general Aquarius, there are healing taking place. There is healing taking place of your emotions and your thoughts around past relationships and what you've come from. And it can be also past relationships towards like that, not necessarily just romantic partners, but like friends, family, co-workers, what else is there? Just, it just feels like you're healing a lot. And if it falls into place, it's like it's that final piece that are just put into place for you to move forward. And I'm not even going to get into what you move forward from, because it's not interesting anymore. Definitely not after this 12/12 situation. And I feel there's something about, like I said, I'm not an astronomer, but there's something about an eclipse that is going to happen around the 26th of December. That is like a final, I feel like it's just a final whatever started on this full moon, whatever got activated, whatever sort of happened now or get triggered or comes up to the surface or things like that. I just feel what is not even from full moon to full moon, because I believe that that eclipse is around, could it be? No, it couldn't. That's probably a new moon. So a new moon with an eclipse around the 26th, depending on where you live in the world. But I feel so this is like a, I don't want to say crucial time, but there's intensity. Whatever happens from like today when I'm recording this, and oh my God, it's actually where I've set the intention for the date. So that's on the, oh my God, that's on the 26th. That probably is on that new moon eclipse. So something is like leading up to that date. There's something in between these 2 weeks that is of relevance. Not serious, not negative, but of relevance. Like it's just, it's of some importance. Something will intensify. Something will happen between these weeks. I am not sure if that's solely like due to relationships or if that's money, career. Like I just feel the excitement and intensity in these weeks. And of course it's leading, maybe some of you guys are just so freaking excited over Christmas, because obviously we have Christmas on the 24th and the 25th and the 26th, and so that could be it as well. For some, I'm super excited for Christmas. Maybe not to the extent that like, oh my God, something's gonna happen. Oh, that's right, it's Christmas Eve, Santa's gonna come. That's not what I pick up here, though. It's a beautiful thing. Next card up, moving forward. Yeah. So take a look at that card. It's just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So this card is about what you have let go of, what you are letting go of, and think of that like relationship-wise. It's like you're letting go of something now, but it's not so much focus on what you're letting go of. Like I said, we have left that in the past, and now it's all about moving forward. That is a super, super strong spirit animal, the polar bear. They're just freaking, they don't stop for anything. They walk through freaking ice, and it's just movement. It's momentum when the polar bear is involved. And she's also my, like, I see her as my Statue of Liberty, standing in New York, tall and beautiful, which is Frihetsgudinnan in Swedish. And so it could be like, since it's moving forward, it could be that you literally are going on a journey, like going to New York, going to some other capital city, like going on a trip somehow. And I feel like that's with, for some of you guys, that's even with, it's so mixed. It's like the major reading here. It's the general reading here is that you're leaving something behind, but something new is like bursting, like it's growing inside of you. You start to feel like a longing for true love, authentic love, what feels really close to you, what feels authentic. And then in the midst of that, it's like, oh, and somebody has literally already met somebody and they're pregnant, and it's like all this craziness around this pregnancy. And then again, it's like, yes, for the general, we're moving forward because we're letting something go, we're leaving something behind, and we're coming through something. And this is almost my Phoenix Rising card. And so you're coming out of something that we're leaving behind, that we're not focusing on, we're moving forward. And in the midst of that, I feel, oh, wait, there's some of you guys that actually have met a partner, and you might even be going to like Paris to get engaged, or you're going to New York on like the Christmas trip, and while you're there, you're gonna get them a what is that called in English? Like en trolovning, like not a shoot. It's like a promise ring. I think it's called a promise ring. It's not an engagement to be married, but it's like a promise to be engaged. It's like we're getting there, but it's a promise ring. So some of you guys actually have met somebody and you're already thinking about like taking them somewhere and showing them that you're serious, right? But for the rest, the general Aquarius reading here, I just feel like for the overall collective Aquarian, we're moving out from something and moving forward, and I just feel the longing for it, the true longing and an authentic longing for the real deal somehow. And guys, this is what we're landing on. It's beautiful, beautiful card. And like I said in the beginning, peacocks to me is all about the soulmate connection. And if you see in the wings, get it? There's a peacock there, a pink one. So if you were a bit judgmental, like guys cannot wear pink, I would say I'm picking up on a gay relationship right here. Maybe some people out there, for the first time in their life, if you're a homosexual woman, of course it can be for a man as well. And I guess if you're gay and you're a man, you can definitely wear pink. But of course you can wear pink if you're a man and you're straight as well. I don't mean anything by that. But when it comes across like this, it's like a pink lady meets a pink lady. But it can also obviously be for a man. But it feels like for the gay community, it's lifted. It's like it comes through here. Like there are some gay people out there that maybe for the very first time, maybe you've been, I don't know, being in the closet forever and ever and ever, and you're coming out, and you maybe have come out and you've been out for a while, and all of a sudden here's your maybe you've had short like relationships here and there, but they haven't they didn't go anywhere, and it wasn't really the real deal. Maybe that's why I feel so strongly about like the real authentic connection here. That's why it's like for the first time you meet this person and oh my God, it's like I can do this. I can be openly gay and have a partner and have it be real and authentic and beautiful and it's like it feels like it was a utopia not that long ago. It was like a pipe dream. It was almost imaginable for you to even think about telling anybody about you being gay. So kudos to you for your bravery to come out and here's your person. Okay, and then I get even more, if we're focusing a tiny bit more on the gay community here, I do feel now with the Archangel Raphael coming out, that the things that you're healing, you probably have lived being maybe ashamed for a long time, feeling guilty and all of that shite that comes along with just closeting yourself like that. Bravery to you. I mean, hats off. For the general Aquarian, I just feel like this is we're healing the past. We're moving forward. We're coming out of what did not work for us. Karma is done. We've closed off the, like, it's done. It did. And we're moving into what's authentic to us. And this is a really creative card. We have the Oscar statue standing in the background there, right by the tail of her. It's almost like the Oscar party, like dressing up, and here's the little Oscar guy. So for some of you, this is very specific. It might be, I think the Oscars is somewhere like around February or something. So maybe you're meeting your person then, maybe you're moving in together then, maybe it's like you're making a commitment then, maybe some of you guys, this partner is actually being called Oscar. It's very, very specific, so that's maybe for one person out there. But it's a very lovely, lovely relationship, Aquarius, that you're about to attract. And if you're one of these people who are already pregnant and you're going to New York or Paris or whatever you're going, this is like, oh my God, you bring out the best in each other. You see the best, like you lift their light, you lift their spirit. They know exactly what you're good at. You know exactly what they're good at, and you're mixing it up. Like it's really lovely to see. But I want to say, for you guys who are waiting for your person, I feel like this maybe is for the first time that you sort of blend your hobbies or blend your talents, or it's like you're coming together and turns out you're both singers, or you're both like writers, or you're both soccer players. Like you're really creative coming together. So this turns into this little powerhouse when you finally meet. So it's all beautiful. Maybe I feel like this was a bit of a cryptic reading because it was a bit everywhere. And so you might have felt that in the past or up until now, that this thing with a relationship meeting has just been a bit everywhere. It has been troublesome. It has been not an easy ride, but it's turning around now. I feel strongly it turns around now for you, Aquarius. Okay, guys, that was your reading for this 2 to 4 weeks. And keep a lookout for my 2020 reading that is coming actually probably today in a week. So next Friday, I'll have a 2020 reading out for you to watch. And then I see you on the other side of the year. Take care, guys. Bye.